It was December 16th, 1944. The air was frigid and the ground was covered in a thick layer of snow. Soldiers on both sides were weary from years of relentless fighting. World War II raged across Europe. The conflict had reached a critical point, with both the Axis and Allied forces locked in a deadly struggle for supremacy. The Western Front was quiet, blanketed by snow. The silence was deceptive, masking the tension that lay beneath. Soldiers huddled in their trenches, trying to stay warm and alert. The Allies believed Germany was near defeat. Confidence was high, and many thought the war would soon be over. They had pushed the Germans back and were preparing for the final push into the heart of Germany. Then, in the dense Arden forest, a storm erupted. This was not a natural storm, but a sudden and fierce German offensive that caught the Allies off guard. This was not a natural storm, but a German offensive. The German forces, under the command of Field Marshal von Rundstedt, launched a surprise attack with the aim of turning the tide of the war. The Battle of the Bulge had begun. It was one of the largest and bloodiest battles fought by the United States during World War II. The initial German assault created a bulge in the Allied front lines, giving the battle its name. It was a surprise attack, Germany's last major offensive in the West. The Germans had amassed a large force, including tanks and infantry, to break through the Allied lines and encircle their forces. Their goal, to split the Allied lines. By doing so, they hoped to disrupt the Allied supply lines and communication, causing chaos and confusion among the troops. They aimed to capture the vital port of Antwerp. This port was crucial for the Allies as it was a major supply hub. Capturing it would severely hamper the Allied war effort. The Germans hoped this bold move would force the Allies to negotiate a peace. They believed that a successful offensive could lead to a favourable settlement, allowing Germany to retain some of its conquered territories. The fate of the free world hung in the balance. The outcome of this battle would determine the future of Europe and the world. The Allies had to muster all their strength and resilience to repel the German advance and secure victory. The German attack took the Allies by surprise. American forces were outnumbered and outgunned. Despite this, they fought bravely. Small units held key positions against overwhelming odds. They delayed the German advance. This bought valuable time for Allied reinforcements to arrive. One such place was the town of Bastogne. Surrounded by the enemy, American soldiers refused to surrender. When asked to give up, their commander, Brigadier General Anthony McAuliffe, famously replied, "Nuts!" Their defiance became a symbol of American resolve. As the battle raged, a key figure emerged on the Allied side, General George S. Patton. Known for his audacity and tactical brilliance, Patton was ordered to relieve the besieged Bastogne. He manoeuvred his Third Army with remarkable speed, defying the wintry conditions. British commander Patton's arrival boosted Allied morale and shifted the momentum. His forces struck the German flank, relieving Bastogne on December 26th. This marked a turning point in the battle. For days, bad weather had grounded Allied air power, giving the Germans an advantage. But on December 23rd, the skies cleared. Allied planes took to the air, unleashing their might against the German forces. Fighter bombers pounded German tanks and supply lines. War correspondent. The air superiority that the Allies had enjoyed for months was restored. This proved crucial. It hampered the German advance and tipped the balance in favour of the Allies. Section 5. Stories of Courage, Soldiers in the Bulge. This chapter delves into the incredible bravery and resilience shown by soldiers during one of the most grueling battles of World War II. The Battle of the Bulge was a clash of armies, but it was also a story of individual courage. Each soldier faced their own personal battles, overcoming fear and adversity to stand strong in the face of overwhelming odds. Soldiers on both sides endured unimaginable hardship. They faced not only the enemy's fire, but also the relentless challenges posed by the environment and the harsh realities of war. The winter of 1944 to 1945 was one of the coldest on record. The freezing temperatures added another layer of difficulty, making every movement and action a test of endurance. Troops battled not only the enemy but also frostbite, exhaustion, and dwindling supplies. The cold seeped into their bones, and the lack of adequate food and rest pushed them to their physical and mental limits.
Medics worked tirelessly to save lives, often under heavy fire. Their bravery was a beacon of hope amidst the chaos, as they risked their own lives to tend to the wounded. Chaplains offered comfort and solace to the wounded and dying. They provided spiritual support and a sense of peace, even in the darkest moments of the battle. Acts of bravery and selflessness were commonplace. Soldiers often went above and beyond the call of duty, putting their comrades' lives before their own and demonstrating the true meaning of heroism. These stories remind us of the human cost of war. The sacrifices made by these soldiers were immense, and their courage and resilience continue to inspire us today. Their legacy is a testament to the strength of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable adversity.
Section 6. Leaders of the Bulge, Patton and Rundstedt. The Battle of the Bulge showcased the leadership of key figures on both sides. General Patton's swift and decisive actions on the Allied side proved crucial in turning the tide. His understanding of mobile warfare and his ability to inspire his troops made him a formidable commander.
On the German side, Field Marshal Gerd von Rundstedt, a veteran of World War I, planned and executed the initial offensive. He was known for his strategic brilliance. However, even his skills could not overcome Germany's dwindling resources and the Allies' growing strength.
Section 7. The importance of the Ardennes. The Ardennes region played a significant role in the battle. Its dense forests and rugged terrain provided cover for the attacking Germans. The Allies had considered the Ardennes unsuitable for a major offensive. This belief contributed to their lack of preparedness. The Ardennes' strategic location was also crucial. It sat at a crossroads between France, Belgium and Germany. Control of the Ardennes offered access to vital supply routes and transportation hubs. Section 8. German Gamble, a desperate offensive. The Battle of the Bulge was a desperate gamble by a German army on the verge of collapse. Their resources were dwindling and their manpower was depleted. Yet, they launched a surprise attack, hoping to catch the Allies off guard.
The initial success of the offensive proved short-lived. The Allies rallied, their superior numbers and supplies eventually turning the tide. The Battle of the Bulge, though a German offensive, ultimately hastened our defeat.
Section 9. Allied victory. The end of the Bulge. By January 25, 1945, the Battle of the Bulge was over. The Germans had been pushed back. The Allies had won a costly victory. It was a victory that came at a high price. Tens of thousands of soldiers lay dead on both sides. The Battle of the Bulge was a turning point in World War II. It marked the last major German offensive in the West. It shattered their hopes for a negotiated peace. It also depleted their remaining resources. Section 10. Legacy of the Bulge. A turning point in the war. The Battle of the Bulge, fought in the dense forests of the Ardennes, was one of the largest and bloodiest battles fought by the United States during World War II. The Battle of the Bulge left an indelible mark on history. It was a desperate last-ditch offensive by the German forces, aiming to split the Allied lines and capture the vital Belgian port of Antwerp. It stands as a testament to the courage and resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. The soldiers endured freezing temperatures, limited supplies, and relentless enemy attacks. It also serves as a reminder of the horrors of war. The destruction and loss of life were immense, with towns and villages left in ruins and countless lives forever changed. The battle's impact on World War II was profound. It was a turning point that shifted the momentum in favour of the Allies, despite the initial surprise and heavy casualties. It delayed the Allied advance, causing significant logistical challenges and forcing a re-evaluation of strategies. But it also weakened the German army. The heavy losses suffered by the Germans during the battle depleted their reserves and diminished their ability to continue offensive operations. The end of the war in Europe was now only a matter of time. The Battle of the Bulge hastened the collapse of the German war effort, leading to the eventual surrender of Nazi Germany in May 1945. The bravery and sacrifice of those who fought in the Bulge paved the way for Allied victory. Their determination and heroism under the most trying conditions were instrumental in securing freedom for future generations. Their story continues to resonate. The veterans of the Battle of the Bulge are remembered and honoured for their extraordinary contributions to the war effort. It's a story of courage, sacrifice, and the triumph of freedom over tyranny. The legacy of the Battle of the Bulge is a powerful reminder of the cost of war and the enduring spirit of those who fight for justice and peace. The liberation of concentration camps that followed the Allied victory in Europe underscored the importance of their struggle. The soldiers who fought in the Bulge played a crucial role in bringing an end to the atrocities committed by the Nazi regime. Today, memorials and monuments stand in tribute to the bravery and sacrifice of those who fought in the Battle of the Bulge. Their legacy lives on, inspiring future generations to remember the past and strive for a better, more peaceful world. Modern-day commemorations and educational programs ensure that the lessons of the Battle of the Bulge are not forgotten. Through these efforts, the heroism and sacrifices of the soldiers continue to be honoured and remembered. Veterans sharing their stories with younger generations help keep the memory of the Battle of the Bulge alive. Their first-hand accounts provide invaluable insights into the realities of war and the enduring human spirit. The Arden forest, once a battleground, now stands as a symbol of resilience and recovery. The peaceful landscape serves as a poignant reminder of the past and the enduring hope for a future free from the ravages of war.